Hello, everyone. What's up? Before we get into my next guest, I want to say two things. Number one, I want to say happy birthday to my friend Sherry. What's up, Sherry Boo? That's my friend. She's also my editor. So if you guys like the Raw Vegan Beauty book and my other books, well, Sherry is the reason they exist. And she gave me this too. So happy birthday, Sherry. Love you so much. She's years old. And I don't know if she wants you to know. But anyway, she looking good. She looking good. She raw and she cute as hell. So everybody wish Sherry likes fruit. Sherry likes fruit. A happy birthday. And today we're going to get into, hi, what's up? What's up, boo? Today we're going to get into my friend Irina. So she's going to join us from Australia. Thank you for being here, Irina. And she actually joined me on a 31-day raw food challenge. And I'm very excited to talk to her because she saw some amazing results after only 31 days. And so let's get Irina into the room so we can talk about all her experience going raw for 31 days. And actually, she continued. So, yeah, we're going to get into that. And I'm excited. Meet. And let's get into it. She's going to join us now. Let's see. Oh, hi, Boo.
Hi.
Let's try this again.
Yes, hopefully, fingers crossed. It goes good this time. Thank you so
Yes.
much for having me. I'm so
Yes.
excited.
Thank you so much. So, before we get started, Irina is a member of my private community called Misfit Mondays. And Irina, thank you so much for being here. Can you please tell everyone what is it like in the Misfit Mondays community? Can you tell them a
Um,
little bit?
just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Oh, it's very lovely. There's so many nice people in there, and you get support and without being judged. It's all a bit yeah. It's just it feels like warm, fuzzy.
Yeah, yeah.
And I love your Misfit Mondays. Unfortunately, with the time difference,
I know.
because it's 7 a.m. when it starts here, and on a work day, so I have to like listen while getting ready for work and taking my daughter to school and things like that. But I like watching the replay too. I love it, and we are there's quite intimate questions that people feel safe to ask, and yeah, that's very nice. I feel
Yeah,
that
and
lots of things
you're
to talk about that you don't hear about in other groups. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have so many people that are so much more knowledgeable than me. Like we have someone who's been raw 15 years, okay, longer than me. We have people that have been studying this lifestyle and they're researching and they know so much. And so that's what I really wanted to create. So if anybody out there is looking for a community, a place where you can come and get support, ask questions every single Monday, you can ask anything. You can ask me privately and then I'll answer it as well. You can ask anonymously. We have a private Facebook group, and we work out 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon Eastern Standard Time live. And Irina's in Australia, so the time difference is crazy, but thank you
Yes.
so much for being a part of it. And you actually took my challenge. So this is a while ago, a few months ago, but you took my 31-day raw food challenge and you actually won. You are one of the winners.
I won.
And
Thank you so
so,
much.
congratulations. You're amazing. And you, every day of the month of July 2023, you showed up and you showed what you were eating and you just really helped everybody in the group stay accountable, support, and, just like make it a fun community event. And I feel like I might do it again in December because that is like the time where
Yeah,
nobody can go
crazy.
raw. Christmas, like the winter, everything is like the excuses. So I'm thinking of December. You guys let me know if you would join me. And Irina, tell me now, why did you join the challenge?
Why? Well, I followed you a while and I really liked your channel and what you're talking about on your honesty. Like you are so honest and you just say how it is. So when I tried to be raw for over a year before your challenge, and I had issues with always falling back after a few days, after 7 days, after eating something, cooked
Right.
something I don't want to eat. So I really liked the contract idea because I thought, well, if this doesn't work, then I don't know what works, because you had to give for every bite of cooked food that we eat, we had to give the Melinda and Bill Gates Foundation $100, and I didn't want to give them money. So I was just imagining myself the whole month. I was just thinking of sitting with you and talking and having to confess I sent them money, and I didn't want to do that.
Yeah. So
So
just so you guys know, there was a contract everyone had to sign. It was free. Challenge was free, but you had to sign away that for every bite of cooked food, you had to donate $100 to the Gates Foundation. And
yes,
nobody wants to do that.
yes,
So I just want you guys to take that as like maybe you can incorporate that into your own life. Maybe you want to have an accountability partner or a buddy and you write out a check and you give it to them and you say, listen, if I eat any cooked food or if I don't go to the gym or if I don't do this, if I don't work on my book, then I'm going to tell you and you're going to mail this check. And it works. It really works. So yeah, it worked on you.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, especially like I stayed then raw two more weeks until a birthday party. And then but I have to say I'm mostly raw, so I've never been as much raw, like so many days. And then I tried to redo it and write a contract. I would never rewrite it again. And it didn't work until last Sunday. I wrote it in for myself. I wrote a contract in my notebook and signed it. And I want to try for 100 days this time. And also include this time decaf cappuccino because that's a weakness of mine. Decaf cappuccino with almond milk. Just this moment, I had still 2 to 3 times a week. So I included any coffee, so any drink of coffee, and I still have to send them the same foundation, $100.
Yeah.
So and it's been working so far. No coffee all week. So
Yeah,
that's good.
that's amazing. Okay, so some people are asking, they're saying this is amazing, 100 days. They want to do it too. And okay, so you asked, I was planning on going raw in December. Awesome. Does it have to be all raw fruit or can vegetables be included? Yeah. So when we do the challenge again, which we'll do, I think December is going to be a good one, or maybe January. It might, I don't know, because January, the end of January is the Woodstock Fruit Festival. So whoever's joining and going to Woodstock, we can meet there. And it's going to be like the easiest thing ever to be raw at Woodstock Fruit Festival. So maybe January. I don't know. I'm going to tell you very soon. But basically, it's all fruit, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. Anything raw. So fruit, any amount of fruit, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. Nutritional yeast, vanilla bean, cacao, anything that's part of a raw food diet. All right. So just so you know, it's not all fruit, it's not all vegetables, it's not low fat, it's any fruit, vegetable, nut, or seed. Okay. Don't get crazy now. And then we had some people in the challenge got a little crazy. I hope it wasn't you that asked, but somebody asked, like, can I have tea? Yes, you can definitely have tea, but but it needs to be caffeine free and it needs to not have any type of like,
Yes.
milk in it or sugar. It's got to be, come on now. Decaf tea, you can have it. No, you can't have coffee though. No caffeine. Okay, you need to have caffeine free coffee. That's on you, boo. You do you, boo. But I wouldn't recommend it. But okay, so Irina, so now did you notice any changes in 31 days?
Yes. First of all, I started to detox after 1 week. So, yeah, the first week I did not have any appetite for cooked food. And because of that challenge, it was so in my mind, like, I was surprised. I didn't get any cravings. It was
Wow.
so weird. Not at all, though, just because of that contract in my mind. So I find it fascinating how much your mind can influence your cravings. Like, I was like, so I thought, see, I can do it. Yeah, it's just a stupid contract. Yeah. And but after a week, I started to detox. I had cold symptoms, which I know now are just a healing crisis. And so for 1 week, I was quite sick, and I was coughing a lot, and my nose and everything. Um, and then this was the first time, like, that I didn't take anything, not natural. So I haven't taken antibiotics or something for a long time. But I would not have any garlic, no honey, no chili, no ginger, no echinacea, no essential oils. I just because I knew my body is detoxing, and it lets all the stuff out. Yeah. So for 1 week, yeah, I was quite sick, and then I had 2 more weeks, or 2 or 3 more weeks. Yeah, I think it was almost a whole month that I had coughing and stuff, and I was really tired. So I have to admit that helped me, because for me, when I have cold symptoms, I don't have any appetite. And
Mm.
I love eating fruits. It's been my whole life. Like, when I'm sick, I want just eat nothing or fruit. So it was so easy for the first week when I had the cold. I was eating pretty much just fruit when I was hungry. A few days I didn't eat anything because I wanted to just let my body rest and do it. And then I started to add some salads, but yeah, I didn't have as much appetite. So my body was helping me to go through the challenge, and I had
Yes.
never had so long cold symptoms because I just let my body do it. Like, I didn't stop it with any product, you know. So yeah, that was fascinating to watch. It was not that I felt really bad, like I could go back to work after a week. It was just I was really tired. Yeah. And which, again, I knew my body is getting rid of stuff. Yeah, so that was good. And then after that, I have to say I have so much more energy, and I'm gardening for hours. Like, I'm out in the garden all day and I don't feel it. I can just go in and garden. Yeah. It's
Oh, so
absolutely,
healing, so amazing to have a
yeah.
garden. Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
So now what that's amazing you didn't have any cravings. I love that. And yeah, a lot of people say that because like they're afraid. It's like more in the mind, they're afraid they're gonna have them. But like the fear is all in the mind. It's almost like when you jump out of a plane. It's like you're so afraid on the way up, but then once you jump, it's so beautiful and you forgot you were afraid and you're not afraid anymore once you're doing it. So I would recommend you just jump right in and you just go for it. And you're going to see that your body is actually for the first time getting what it wants and truly, truly needs. And I was craving sugar my whole life until I started eating a lot of fruit. And then my body doesn't want sugar because it's getting the nutrients, the vitamins and minerals that it really, really wants. And sure, there's natural sugar in fruit, but what I was craving was processed sugar, soda and M&Ms and candy. And of course, that's not the same. That's not the same. The people, what do you say to people when they tell you fruit has too much sugar, Irina?
Well, no one said this to me yet, but
Oh,
I hear it. Not yet. But I think we are made eating sugar because breast milk is sweet,
mm,
and we have a sweet tooth, like Dr. Cram says, which is true. We all have a sweet tooth. So we should trust our intuition and look, definitely not what's in the shop that is sweet, but what is in nature that is sweet. So definitely fruit. And I it's so funny. Before I discovered the raw food, always thought I could live on fruit only because I love fruit so much. If but I thought it was I thought we can't. I thought we can't live only on fruit,
yeah.
and I never had a whole meal of only fruit. I had, like, maybe cereal with it, or and yogurt or something. And yeah, just look in nature.
Ye- Yeah, same. I mean, like, it's very strange. In the beginning, it was very, very strange. Even as a raw foodist, I was used to eating like lots of like salads,
Mm.
nuts and seeds and uh, like the raw lasagna and raw burgers. And then when I started eating fruit as a meal, it was very strange. And I have to tell you, I couldn't do it at first because I was like, this is like strange, to have like three bananas or more. And like the more I did it, the more I got used to it. And I started feeling all the benefits and my skin started clearing up and I had so much better energy. And I just fell in love with it. And it is truly an amazing thing that has helped me so much with my binging, my cravings, my bloating, my weight, my acne. What are some other things that you noticed after
Oh, I lost,
just a month?
yeah, I lost 4 kilogram and they didn't come back. And since then I lost another.
No, no
So I lost,
way.
yeah, so I lost 5 kilos since 1st of July.
Somebody tell
Yeah,
us how many pounds that is. Tessa,
10,
you're very smart. Oh, okay.
10.
Thank you. Wow. In one
Yeah.
month.
So 8 in 1 month, and then the other kilo in the second and in
And
August. Yeah.
were you restricting? Were you ever
No,
hungry?
no,
Never.
but because I said I was also, so that's the other thing, I was detoxing my body. I was sick, so I didn't have as much appetite, but it didn't come back. So usually it would come back, but it didn't. So yeah.
Yes. And hi, Ronnie. Ronnie just joined us from the UK Fruit Festival. Hi,
Oh,
Ronnie.
hello.
Ronnie, I'm going to do another challenge. Should we do a raw food challenge in December or January? And then we celebrate at Woodstock with a durian party at the end of our challenge. What do you think? Because Woodstock is the last week of January, and I'm thinking that might be fun, and then we all celebrate. Everybody's got to come to Woodstock Fruit Festival, and then we have a big durian parties and we celebrate our raw month of January. So maybe it's going to be the January month. But Irina's going to do 100 days. So y'all late. Okay,
Well, I
so
have to do then more. I have to do more then, because if I have to then keep on January.
you might as well go
Yeah.
raw, boo. You might as well go
So
raw. You
yeah,
just
I
raw
think
for life.
it's just a mental
Yes.
thing, because before I wanted to go raw, and I had hiccups, like but if I put in a contract for 100 days, it's, and then I can do another contract after. It's just like, I don't know, it's a mind thing. If you have a
Yes.
time frame, you can better do it,
I,
I think.
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree. Currently, I'm doing like a 75-day challenge for my fitness, and it helps me so much because I'm just like, okay, it's just 75 days. That's it. It's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
simple, 2.5 months,
Yeah.
easy breezy. It's not like the rest of my life, So guys, you got to
Exactly.
put it into perspective and get a daily hold of your life, just win the day. So, Irina, can you give us some tips and tricks on how you won the day? Every day for 31 days. What are some tips that you did to make it easier for yourself to be raw for the whole month?
So I've got teenagers at home. Actually, my son is 20 now. He's not a teenager
Wow.
anymore, but feels so weird. And yeah, they eat cooked food. And I often, they make their own food, but I make it for them too. It depends how I work, if I'm working late or not. Um, yeah, and then I make my salad first, and I snack while I make food. So my salad is already, and if I feel they yeah, while I make their food and I want something, I just eat it from my food, right? The other thing is, because I don't know how it was with you, but when I was little, my parents, we had this thing: if you eat all your plate, they say the sun is shining tomorrow. So we were encouraged to finish our plate. So if not,
What?
it's raining tomorrow. Yes, yes. So
Oh
if
my
you
God, they
don't finish
put the
your plate,
pressure on
yeah.
you.
Yes. So I totally forgot about it until my sister told me the other day. I'm like, oh wow, yeah, that's true. I forgot. So I have
This
a
is
thing about,
an Australian thing, or where are
it
you
was in
from?
Germany,
Germany.
Germany, but my I was actually born in Kazakhstan, so my parents are Russian German, they call it. I don't know if it's a German thing or a Russian thing, no idea. Anyway, so
Whoa.
yes, so I have problems of not finishing food. And when my kids were little, never put that pressure on them, but I would finish their food, right? And it's still in me. Like some days, yeah. they have leftovers, and I'm like, oh, feeling so bad to put them in the compost. I mean, they don't even get to waste. We used to have chooks when they were little, it wouldn't go to waste. But yeah, that's a big thing, and I find that even sometimes if I think, oh, I just lick a bit, then I'm stuck and I'm eating it. So thinking of it's not your food. Yeah, this is not my food, and it's totally fine to put in the compost. I keep saying that when I see leftovers. Like my daughter had leftovers yesterday, and I'm just like, not your food, it's not your food. Just and also because I don't eat meat, if I do, so I put some ham in for them. So then it's like, oh, I can't eat it
That's a
because
good
there's
trick.
ham. Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
good trick.
Because
Or,
yeah.
sorry, go on.
Because they like to eat meat. Unfortunately, they grew up with me being a vegetarian, their father eating occasional meat, and he cooked for them meat. And now they're like, oh my God, they love it. And I don't know what I can do. Anyway, that's their life. Yeah.
Listen, there's one. Okay, if somebody out there is struggling and they're cooking food for their family, because a lot of raw vegans, they're not going to have a raw vegan family, right? So here's what that is such a good tip. Okay, put stuff in the food that they like that you don't.
Yes.
Maybe it's a spice, maybe it's a cayenne pepper or cinnamon or something you don't like, or maybe something you're allergic to or whatever, something they like that you don't. That's such a good. You got to just trick. Life is a mind game that you're playing with yourself. Saying it's not your food, putting in something that you definitely don't eat. These are all little hacks. And then I loved your trick of eating before you cook or before they eat, prioritizing yourself. And you know what? I got to say, Irina, I have the same problem to this day. I have to finish my food. And sometimes it, like, as a raw foodist, you're not going to be overweight. You're not going to have health problems, but sometimes you can get really bloated if you eat too much. And I find that I have to be careful now because I realized I was making the biggest salad bowls like possible, like the biggest bowls possible. And I would finish it, whether I was full or not. I had to finish it because I was also raised. I didn't have the pressure of the weather, but I was, and raise your hand in the audience if you were also raised by you had to finish your plate of food or else you were in trouble. I remember if I didn't finish my food, I had to sit at the dinner table until I did. And then my sister got to go play. I couldn't watch TV. I couldn't go outside. I had to sit at the dinner table until it was super dark. And I was like punished because I was full. Hey, Jessica, what's up, boo?
That's
Yeah, so,
horrible. That's horrible. Yeah.
right? And you're like being pressured, like if you don't finish your food, the sun's not going to shine. It's going to be all your fault that it's raining. And it's like, whoa. I mean, they loved us and they wanted us to grow up and be strong and healthy. And they didn't understand that this is like not something you want to do. So everybody out there with kids, don't make them finish their food. This is a lifelong process that me and Irina and many people have to undo now because like I'm like eating, when you're eating a giant watermelon, like sometimes I will just keep eating and it's like I'm full, but something in me tells me I need to finish this. And it's like, no, I don't. I can put it away for later. And the same with the salads. I've never once in 13 years, I have never put away my salad. Like maybe once or twice, but like I will finish that salad no matter what. So
Yeah,
I can relate to that.
I have the same issue. With salad, it's still a bit okay because I don't know, with salad, I can put it in a container.
Mm.
And if there's enough, like for a little meal for my son to take next day for work. But if it's just less that you could put away, then definitely I will finish it. Can't leave
Yeah,
it.
yeah. This is motivating me to make the change. Yes. Listen, it's not hard. If Irina and I can do it, then you can do it. Trust me. Okay, so Irina, are there any more tips and tricks that you learned over the month that helped you out?
um, yeah, eat lots of fruit. The other thing what I learned is I learned that during that year, which is totally different from what you're saying. But for me, a fasting day helps a lot. So if I have one day of water fast, it resets my appetite, and I'm craving fruit and veggies. I don't crave anything else. That's me
Yeah,
though. Like it could be
yeah.
totally
So guys, if you do that and you have
yeah,
problems, you
yeah,
message Irina.
yes,
It's Irina's fault,
yeah.
not
It's my
Misfit
fault.
Vegan.
Really, it totally resets me. I usually have 1 or 2 water fasting day a week. because I don't know, it helps me, especially when I was overeating at night. Like it can be all raw, but I'm overeating or have fruit after, which I try not to have that sometimes, and my tummy is bloated, and I have a fasting day the next day. It resets me, and then I'm fine for a while. So
Okay,
yeah.
okay, listen, my friend Key, I am Key Washington. Is your name Key? Listen, you got a lot of questions. You need to join Misfit Mondays. So do me a favor, just email me, jd@misfitvegan.com. I got you, boo. Okay, you got a lot of questions. Let's answer them though. Can you dehydrate or eat dried fruit? Food. Yeah, fruit, dried fruit or dried food. Yeah, you can do both. You can use a dehydrator if you want. You can eat dried food. You can eat dried fruit. Yeah, if you want. Sure, absolutely. I needed it in the beginning. Yeah, for like 6 years. I ate a lot of cooked, dehydrated food. Okay, is there a food combination to stay away from to not be bloated? Yeah. So bloating happens when there's many different factors. Okay, so you could be eating too late at night, like, really not good. You could be eating too much. You could be eating the wrong combination. There's many things, and we talk about this kind of stuff in Misfit Mondays, and I do have a food combining chart. And the most important thing that I found that helped with my food combining is to not drink while I'm eating. Okay, if I was
Yeah.
eating fruit or a salad or something, I would not recommend drinking water or anything. So 30 minutes before or after you can drink, but don't drink and eat at the same time. The only reason we do that is because we eat cooked food and it's very dehydrating. And the only reason also we do that is because restaurants, they serve a drink with your meal because that's a way that they can make more money. But we should never be drinking and eating at the same time. We should be eating things that have lots of water in them, like fruit and vegetables. So we don't need to drink while we eat. Do you agree, Irina?
Yes, so I also don't drink water while I eat. The other thing is, so I learned from the natural hygiene to drink more water. So in the beginning, I thought I don't need to drink much water because I eat lots of fruit and veggies. But I keep hearing drink more water, so I'm trying now. So I drink 3 liters a day, and on fasting days 4 liters. And I've got actually a chart on my fridge and make ticks for each glass I drink. so
Yes.
I have so I remember how much I have, and that really helps to flush out old old stuff. I don't think I have to do it forever, like if I'm on raw for a long time, not. But yeah, that helped me a lot. I was surprised. I mean, I have to go to the toilet a lot.
Yeah, I would highly
But
recommend in the beginning drinking lots of water,
yeah,
or if you want to make juice, even better. Herbal tea. She said, I can't eat without drinking water. So, herbal tea, please tell me why you say that. What are you eating that you need to drink water? Let me know. Kelly, do you think it will be easier to go raw if I start off being a vegan? I love chicken. Yeah, fried chicken was my favorite food too. Um, Irina, what do you think? Do you think it will be easier to go raw if I start off being vegan? I love chicken.
yeah, for some it's better, I think, to go vegan first and do that for a while before they go raw. I heard that. I don't know. I was mostly vegan for a long time. So yeah, I'm vegetarian since I'm 18, and my problem was
Wow.
only cheese. I was so addicted to cheese. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think for some people it helps to just stop everything, and the 30 days, you can try. It's fine if you're only doing it for 31 days for 1 month. Um, but for some, it's better to drop one thing at a time and then do it slowly, like go vegan first and then, yeah, go
Yeah.
vegetarian first, then vegan, and then, yeah, and then raw.
Such good advice. Yeah, I would say that's right. I would also ask you, Kelly, why do you want to go raw? Tell us, why do you want to go raw? Because if you tell me you want to go raw to heal something or to have more energy or to clear your skin or to lose weight, you might as well go raw. You might as well go raw because you can eat a crappy vegan diet and then you're going to get addicted to all this vegan crappy food. And one of the best things that ever happened to me was that when I went raw in 2011, there was no vegan junk food. There was no Beyond Beef burgers. There was no vegan donuts at Dunkin' Donuts. There was no Ben and Jerry's vegan ice cream. And it's the best thing that ever happened to me because I never got addicted to those foods. I never ever tasted mock meat in my life. I never tasted vegan junk food and vegan cheese. I never had it. I'm so grateful because that stuff is good and there's no animals in it. So it's like I would be addicted to it and I'm grateful I never tried it. So you know what, Kelly? I would just skip over maybe and I would go for it. Join my challenge in January 1st. Have more energy and lose weight. Yeah, you got to go raw, boo. You got to go raw. And maybe you're going to do raw till 4. Maybe you're going to do a raw breakfast and a raw lunch from now until January. Can you do that? And then cook dinner, whatever you want. You can have chicken at night. Sure. I hope you don't. I hope you don't. But listen, if you want to do that, you do that, boo. I would watch Earthlings as soon as possible. You got to see what's going on with those chickens, okay? Richard, don't even. Richard said he's all about feeling good. He said he agrees raw is best, but I don't want to hear from him because he was saying that nutritional yeast is not raw and he not even raw. So he is no. He is nitpicking the raw food diet. Listen, if you're raw and you eat nutritional yeast, you're good. You're good. Okay? This is silly. I'm raw and I eat maple syrup sometimes. I don't care. This is silly. Let's not nitpick. That's the problem with the raw food diet, Irina. Okay. So many people, they want to go raw, but like they're like, but I can't be perfect. So I might as well not even try.
Mm.
But you know what? You don't need to be perfect. You just need to do your best. And my best diet includes some maple syrup sometimes. Like, I'm sorry, but I just made a dressing. I'm going to eat it right after I talk to you. It's tahini, mustard, and maple syrup, and you mix it together. And have you tried this?
So
It is so delicious. It's
I,
like honey
I just
mustard
don't
dressing.
know. Yeah, I don't know if our maple syrup here is real maple syrup because I don't know what they put in there. So I haven't been buying maple syrup. If I would be in Canada, I would buy it,
Mm.
but I don't know. I don't
Well,
know what's actually in it.
mine just says maple syrup. I'm hoping it's just maple syrup.
I just know in Australia there is guideline or law, I don't know, about honey that to stay on the package 100% honey, there need to be only 10% in it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so they put sugar in and I don't know. So that's
Are,
yes.
are you ruining my maple syrup? Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sure if you would buy it like from like it says in Canada,
yeah.
I don't know.
I gotta
That's not
get a better source
yeah.
than Costco.
Mm,
I'm going to, do they have Costco in Australia?
no. They might have in big cities, but not where I live. I live in a tiny city town here.
And I think you did the challenge in winter. Wait, is that
Yes,
correct?
yes, and winter. But I did almost raw winter last year too, so it was easier for me. Yeah, in winter what I would do, I would have lots of herbal teas and I would try to get my watermelon out of the fridge hours before I eat it, and um, and I sometimes would warm my food, like make a warm soup or a warm apple or papaya and pop and banana mix,
Mm.
and yeah, warm it up. That's what I sometimes do if I feel cold. But
Yes.
yeah.
I used to make that for my mom and my roommate. Listen, if anybody struggles this winter with eating healthy, seriously, you got to do this. You just cut up an apple or 2 apples, cut up a few bananas, sprinkle some cinnamon on everything, put it in a pan with a little bit of water and saute it and make it warm and like nice and soft. I'm telling you, it's so good. And to me, I don't count that as cooked food. Like, I'm sorry, if it's a fruit, a vegetable, nut, or seed, and you want to do that because you're really, really miserable in the winter and you can't get good fruit and you just are bored with your apples and your bananas and your oranges and you're just gonna like go eat McDonald's or French fries, then do that. I'm telling you, it's so good. So Richard says, I wish I was raw, but I struggle with it. Richard, stop trying to be raw and just be healthy. Fruit, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. Fuck the raw. Forget about the raw. Have sweet potatoes, have baked apples, have baked plantains, but just stay away from the processed foods because that is truly dangerous stuff. That's made with chemicals in a factory, and we don't know what that does to us, and it causes major health problems, and you deserve good health. And Irina, if she can do it and I can do it, you can do it, right?
Yes, write a contract and sign it.
Write a contract. Actually, the most powerful thing is to write out a check. Yeah, write a contract, sign it. Then you write out a check to the Bill Gates Foundation. You give it to somebody who will mail it, and you write out a big check. You write out like $1,000. Okay, I've done this before. And you tell them, listen, I am going to eat raw for 31 days. If I eat any cooked food, I'm going to tell you, and you're going to mail that check. Now, if you don't have any integrity and you're going to lie and say that you were raw and you weren't raw, well, then I cannot help you. You're going to hell. And you're going to have to eat cooked food for the rest of your eternal life, your afterlife. But listen, you can do this. You can do this, Richard. And everyone else can do this. There's nothing special about me and Irina. Okay, so Irina, now tell me, what is your favorite salad dressing that you discovered in the 31-day challenge?
Um, so I made a tahini dressing. I can't remember what's in it. Tahini. I put zucchini in later and some mustard. I forgot what's in it. It was very simple, that one. But there's also capsicum or red bell pepper, you call it.
Yes.
Red bell pepper hummus. That was very nice. Oh my, that was
The
really
one,
good.
mine?
I made a similar one to you. I posted it in the group. I found it in my cookbook. I've got a raw vegan book, and that's in there. And it was similar to yours, almost the same. There was a few different things.
Do you remember the ingredients? Or if not, that's okay.
Red bell pepper. I forgot. I made it a few times. It's so good. And
I'll tell everyone mine is similar, she says. So mine is red bell pepper, pumpkin seeds, garlic, lemon, smoked paprika. I think that's it. I think that's all you got to do. Pumpkin seeds, red bell pepper, something spicy, so jalapeno or cayenne pepper, smoked paprika, lemon. Put that in the blender with a little bit of water, blend it up. It's so good. You can add sun-dried tomatoes if you want, but like I can never find them. I can never find good ones. So I don't know.
So we have really good ones. There's really just sun-dried tomatoes, so there's no oil or spices also. And I think my recipe had sun-dried tomatoes, and I think instead of pumpkin seeds, it had hemp seeds in it.
Yes. Oh yeah, and zucchini too. That's a trick in the raw food world, okay? If you want to make your dressings thicker, but you don't want to add more nuts and seeds, you add zucchini. It makes things thicker. Okay, or chia seeds too. Okay, I want to ask you, is there anything that you loved? Was there any meal that you remember that you really, really loved on your 31-day challenge?
Nice cream.
Yes, nice cream. Richard, you need some nice cream in your life.
So I had it often when it was a sunny day in the afternoon, and I was able to go outside and sit in the sun because it's winter. It was winter, but oh my, that was so good. I made a big one, and it's amazing how we can, as raw vegans, we can eat ice cream as a whole meal. Like you don't have to stop, when you used to eat ice cream as dessert, and it's like, oh, you want to eat the whole tub, but oh, it's not good for you. You can eat the whole big thing, and I made this really nice berry sauce on top and warmed the berries. But how you did it? So I warmed the berries, and I think I blended them with something, with banana or something, and sometimes I put chocolate sauce, so with cacao over. I keep changing the recipe. Sometimes I put mangoes in, sometimes figs because I have frozen figs. Because I bought lots in summer. Oh, they are always so good. So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. One of the best sauces I ever made was dried figs and water. That's all you need. Blend it. Oh my gosh, so good. And then the berries that I recommended. So for people that are like struggling or like they just can't find exotic tropical fruit, or it's just winter time, maybe you want to heat up in a little saucepan some frozen berries. Okay, very low heat. You just heat them up a little bit and you put it on ice cream. And let me tell you, it's a life changer. Or if you don't want to do that, you can simply blend fresh berries with a few dates and a little bit of water, or you don't even need water if it's fresh. A few dates, berries in the blender, and it makes a jam. And you swirl it into the ice cream, and it's so luxurious. It's so amazing. So Richard, okay, because before you were talking about the vegan ice cream. So you don't need vegan ice cream. You have nice cream.
Yeah,
It's the best thing
nice
ever.
flavors, and it's so easy to make. Since
So easy.
I don't have the Vitamix, but I bought a food processor, and that's so much better than in the NutriBullet or something. NutriBullet didn't really work.
Yes, the
Yeah,
food processor makes actually the most delicious ice cream because
mm,
it's like
so good.
whipped. It's so
Yeah,
good.
it's
I
so
think it's better than the Vitamix, but like I don't like to clean my food processor. It's annoying. But oh my God, it's way better. Guys, you got to try the ice cream in the food processor. You
good.
can get a little baby one. Cuisinart has a baby one for like $25. It's really good. Okay, but you have to clean it. Okay, and then any other lessons that you learned or anything that can help somebody to go raw that you'd like to share?
Uh, just do it and learn lots. For me, it helped to listen to you and to other YouTubers and to read lots of books, um, and keep learning why. Like I actually bought a whole book why I shouldn't eat cheese. and yeah, watch. I tried to watch Earthlings. I only went until the pigs, and then I had to turn it off. Um, that just with the pets was horrible, horrible. Yeah, watch Earthlings and yeah, just try. Even if you just try for 1 week and see how you feel, because it's really maybe it's more in your mind, oh, I can't do it. But if you just try for a week, and the other thing is, don't beat yourself up if you fail. You know, it's been years and years, so many years that we've been eating wrong. We're so programmed, and yeah, just forgive yourself and just it's another day. Just keep trying your best and don't beat yourself up because that doesn't help anyone. Yeah.
Yes, such good advice. And we are talking about Earthlings. I pinned it in the comments. This is a YouTube video you can watch for free. It's on YouTube for free. If anybody out there is not vegan yet, you perhaps you want to watch this weekend, okay? Because you probably don't know what's going on, and it's not your fault, but you probably are not aware of the horrific violence that goes into producing your meal. And I didn't know, and Irina didn't know at one point, and now we know. Even though I think you said you were like
I was
vegetarian.
vegetarian. I watched when I was 18. I watched a show about chickens, and I decided, but I was occasionally still eating fish, and I didn't see anything about the dairy industry until one day I heard I heard these cows, and I was wondering why they were mooing all night, and then I was told my neighbor took their babies away, and then I watched a movie about how they separate the babies and kill the babies, and they took the baby away, and the mom was running after the truck. It was just horrible. And yeah, I didn't realize how they raped the cows, and everything. And yeah, that was horrible. And I went off milk, but cheese just couldn't. I couldn't do it for a long time. It took a long time because it's such an addiction, because you know how it's produced, but then there is this voice in you, and it's like a little devil telling you to eat it. It's horrible. Cheese is as addictive as cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
absolutely. I think it's more, to be honest, because like cocaine is kind of like hard to get and it's illegal, and it's like cheese is like celebrated and it's at every store and
Yes,
it's so available.
everywhere.
I think it's
Yeah.
more dangerous and more addictive because it's socially acceptable. And as far as like the animals, and I just want to say, yeah, not everybody watching this is vegan. Not everybody in this world is vegan. But if you care about justice, if you care about feminism, if you care about peace, and the rights of other living beings. And I know you know maybe you don't have a connection to animals. I didn't either. I didn't grow up on a farm. I didn't grow up with pets, but I just saw these documentaries and I realized that this is not right. It's not right. Even if everyone's doing it, it's not right. So I urge you to please watch Earthlings or Dominion or some type of animal cruelty video that shows the truth. This is not a movie. This is not an act. This is real.
Mm.
And it is happening every second of every day. 365 days a year, these animals are being tortured, and you don't have to support that. So please, please watch Earthlings if you
And
can. And oh yes, please.
sorry, there was a documentary about what are the the word is gone now. What are the octopus? Like a little. What are the ones that we eat? People eat. I don't eat it, but
Squid?
the little octopus. Yeah, squid. There was a documentary about a relationship. I think it was on Netflix about with a man, a diver, and that squid. And it was amazing to watch. Like they are so clever. And since I'm going raw, and I haven't been eating fish for a while, um, I went on a jetty with a client. She loves fishing, and so I'm a disability support worker, by the way. So I take my clients wherever they want to go. And there were these kids, and they had a squid out. They caught a squid, and they started to cut it up, and it was just it hurt me. It really hurt me, and it's
Mm,
totally different now than before. I would have just like, oh, because for me fish was different then for some reason.
me
I don't
too.
know. But yeah, if you find that I can't remember what it's called. My friend something
Does anybody
with
know the
kids.
documentary? I really want to see it tonight. Wow.
That's amazing.
I'll
Yeah.
check it out. I'll just type squid on Netflix. Let's see what happens. Okay, so Letitia wants to know, do you use blue spirulina powder to add to nice cream or smoothies? Do you use
No,
that?
no. I used to think we need to use like that was before I went raw that we need to add greens and stuff, but it doesn't taste so good. And if I would want to eat add grains, I would use lettuce. Yeah, and not
Yes. And
Lina. I think it's not natural anymore because the water is removed. So yeah,
yeah.
why eat something that even tastes good? You know?
Yeah, I just interviewed Dr. Tim Trader, and he was saying that you should check out that interview, Letitia, because it's on YouTube. And he was saying something about it's not natural anymore. The blue spirulina, what they're doing. I have to rewatch the interview, but basically what he was saying like really turned me off. And I haven't used spirulina in years, but I don't want to use it now that he spoke about that. I don't know. I got to rewatch that to see exactly what he was saying. What's up, Rainey? What's up, Richard? Oh, Richard, please find that Netflix documentary. If anybody knows the name of it with the squid, let's leave it down below so everybody can watch it. So, Irina, I want to say thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
You're
It was
amazing.
lovely.
Thank you for
Yeah.
being part of the Raw Food Challenge, and thank you for continuing it. And you look amazing, and I know that it's going to just multiply your benefits every single day. It's just going to get even more amazing. And our taste buds are changing, and you know, the longer we go, we get on a healthy vegan path, the more fruit and vegetables taste so good. Oh, my octopus teacher. Is that
Ah,
it?
yeah. It's an octopus then. Okay.
That's it?
Okay. That's it. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so
Good.
much. Okay, that's what we're looking for. So I'm gonna watch that tonight. I'm excited. And yeah, so everybody that wants to join, listen, you can start today. I'm gonna be on a raw food challenge forever. So you can start with me today. Okay, or hey, you want to wait? Fine, you can wait. We'll do it in January. January 1st, we will do another month-long raw food challenge, and there'll be three winners. And the prizes are amazing. One of them is a year-long membership to Misfit Mondays, which is my private community. You can work out with me 3 days a week. We meet every single Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Zoom, private Zoom. We have a Facebook group where people share recipes. And like during the month, it was crazy. Like people were sharing nonstop recipes and tips and tricks. And I was just like, I couldn't keep up. So there's so much knowledge and information out there. You get lots of books, recipes from me, resources. And so, yeah, go to www.misfitmondays.com, so you can check it out and join. And then for free in January, we'll do another challenge. So you can wait for that if you want to wait. But listen, the world could explode tomorrow, so you might as well go raw tonight. Irene, I appreciate you. I love you. Thanks for getting up so early. I know it's very early by you, and it's very late by
It's
me.
okay. It's okay. Now I'm awake.
You're
Thank you so
amazing.
much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining it. Thank you for taking a chance on the challenge and sticking to your word and being so amazing and so inspirational. And everybody watching, if you liked this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, and go follow Irina. I'll leave her Instagram below this YouTube video, and I'll make you a collaborator. So if you want to put this on your page, you can do that.
Thank you.
And thank you so much. And I will see you everyone in
you.
the next video. Bye, Irina.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you.
Ruth.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.